Right, so you look at your reflection and you think you're always seeing the same face, and you look in the stream and you think you're always seeing the same water. You think it's always the same. And it is, but it's not. It's always, always in a state of change, whether you see that happening or not. And it reminds me of the Vietnamese poet Xuan Zio, who said that he wanted to tie the wind so that the fragrance didn't blow away, and to stop the sun so that the colors wouldn't fade. But really, there's no preventing that. And I'm saying that because, I've reached my 3-year point in Vietnam now, which is the longest I've been overseas for any span of time. And so in the last 3 years, apart from, I guess now 3 trips to Thailand, I've been in Vietnam. And even those trips to Thailand were quite short, just a few days at each time. So it's definitely been more exposure here than anywhere else in the world, and I've traveled quite a bit. But things have been changing, and so I've been spending more time with other foreigners, which is kind of odd, because for several months I was pretty much just with Vietnamese people, even up until and through Tet, which can be kind of frustrating, even as a guest here, even as someone who really adores and loves this country. It's kind of difficult to just integrate. And you see that more and more with the passage of time. So anyway, I've been spending more time with Western friends, including one friend that I lived with many, many years ago in Madison. He visited. He took a motorcycle all around Vietnam and told me about his adventures, and it was great. And it was strange talking to him. The last time I had seen him, in fact, was in New York City. He was living in Manhattan, and I went there to visit because I'd never been there. And this is right after 2 years in Korea, so I had already been in Asia for a while at that point. Anyway, it was good to see him. Also around that time, a Scottish friend who used to live here. That's how I know him. But now he's in southern China. He came to visit, and it was nice seeing him and talking to him. And I've also been going to open mic type things, circles, right? You get like a bunch of hippies together. They're not all hippies, but some of them, let's be fair, are hippies. And bang some drums and play some notes. And as long as I keep hitting those pentatonics, I'm able to merge right in. But I was talking to someone. I was talking to an Englishman that I met at this last circle last Tuesday. And he said, yeah, I've been here 3 years as well. And we just kind of both remarked on how it just feels like one long day. And it almost feels like nothing changes. And just like I was saying to my friend from Wisconsin or New York or wherever who was visiting, every day is Christmas, every day is Halloween, which is a quote of Ministry, which is a quote of one of the sisters in the Family, Charles Manson. Anyway, every season is summer. All winter, all these last 6 months or so, I call winter 6 months being from Wisconsin. All these last 6 months I've seen these record snowfalls. It's been more snow in the last winter than ever, I think. It was record-breaking. I think the last time it even got close was in 1989, 30 years ago. And I do remember that. That's one of the first winters that I remember. I remember how extreme that was. Just like I remember Hurricane Andrew. And I'll be talking about O.J. Simpson and Columbine later on. But I just wanted to fill you in. And I just wanted to say that I'm still in Hanoi, still working, still getting ahead, slowly inching up in my career. But who knows? I'm thinking of possibly moving to Saigon or even Bangkok, but I've said that many times before. I'm wearing all black these days. No one's even noticed that yet. but I've just been wearing black for the last 2 weeks. I'm going to keep wearing black until I get to, well, it's hard to say. I kind of know what I'm looking for, but I'm not quite there. I've been looking at different spiritual paths, including Falun Dafa, having just printed out their texts, and learning those exercises. But it's hard to stay committed to anything. Visiting Buddhist temples and things, I've been back into that more. Although I didn't make it to church for Easter yesterday. I did walk around the entire lake, West Lake. And I don't know. And I'm making a video now. These are the books. You can print these out. Falun Gong, Swan Falun. It's Qigong, it's Taoism. It's stuff that I didn't really study before, even though I've been to China and Taiwan, and I even speak a bit of Chinese. I don't know, just some random thoughts, just filling you all in. This is spring, this is my 3rd year. This is life overseas, and I won't notice that time has passed until I get back. And I can't wait to say to everyone back in Vietnam, over and out.